Siguro that's up to the court to decide po. Hindi na po ako magko-comment tungkol dyan. The Vice President has stated what she felt and whether it's covered by sub judice or not. Kaparehas ng mga komento rin ng both prosecution and defense. Yan po ay nasa impeachment court na po to decide.
Sir, doon sa manifestation po kanina ni Lead Counsel Attorney Sheila Sison, bakit po important yung ganung manifestation na kailangan maikli lang po ang mga manifestation before?
Na-explain naman ni Lead Prosecutor Luis din po yung kanilang side, so we have to respect that. Pero on the part of the defense, ayaw lang po natin yung mga ganyang manifestation because if there are conclusions in law and conclusions of facts rather, ang nangyayari kasi nakukondisyon yung publiko, no? Hindi naman, lalo na pag technical yung mga nangyayari, syempre gusto natin may paliwanag sa publiko, pero pag sa ganung paraan, ang pakiramdam po kasi ng defense ay nagkakaroon ng summation ng kaso at dahil doon ay kinokondisyon natin, no, yung publiko at yung mga senator judges kung ano ba talaga yung ina-advocate natin at gusto lang natin maging patras tayo na pag mag-withdraw tayo ng witness, we simply have to say na i-withdraw natin yung witness at nasabi naman po ng ating presiding officer na kung kailangan mang i-explain yung reasons because we also understand the side of Lead Prosecutor Luistro. Maaari naman daw pong i-explain sa mga press con.
Sir, mas marami pang mga witnesses sa withdraw. Article 4, anong meaning yan sa inyo sa defense?
Sa amin naman po, wala. No? That is really the prerogative of the prosecution. Pagdating din ng time ng defense, kami rin po ay baka mag-withdraw ng maraming witnesses depending on how we think our case is going. So sa atin, we will just move on to prepare for Article 1. No? But we have been preparing naman for quite some time. So we just need to shift our attention now to Article 1. But of course, without forgetting that Director Matibag will still be called next week.
Sa Article 1, pwedeng na rin ba kayo?
Yes, opo. Lahat naman ng articles, sabi ko nga noon, pagdating sa defense, syempre, hindi natin may iwasan na may mag-anchor for the day, etc. May assigned to do things. Pero lahat kami, no, we're conditioned and our disposition is that each and every lawyer in the defense team should be able to argue and to cross-examine and to stand, no, for the defense on any given day and for any given witness.
Sa horizon ba na papatawag din sa Article 1 si Attorney July Canocas?
Sa ngayon, wala pa po kaming na pag-uusapan na ganyan dahil nga yung depensa po kasi matagal pa eh. Nandun pa kami sa dulo, no? As far as the prosecution is concerned, I cannot speak for them, but only for the defense, napag-usapan na nga kanina at na-clarify na nga na uunahin munang matapos yung presentation for all articles ng prosecution, tsaka magiging panahon naman ng defense para mag-present ang aming tinatawag na evidence in chief.
Interview kanina si dating NBI Director Jimmy Santiago.
No.
Sinasabi niya na kung sa assassin ang findings nila sa kanilang investigation, may kakayahan dahil may pera at may resources ang Vice President yung kaya ng assassin. In reaction to that?
Well, that's his opinion, but that has to be proven. That has to be proven actually in this impeachment proceeding. So, sir, pasensya na po kayo. I really, it's very difficult for us counsels
Violating Rule 18, sir. Can you expound more on the due process argument earlier? Hindi lang masyado kasi limited lang po yung time eh. Why would, pagsasabina po ng bank records would violate the due process?
Okay, because unang-una sa lahat, balik ko lang sa nabanggit ko kanina sa oral arguments. No? Pagdating sa pag-issue ng subpoena, you have to look at two things. No? You have to, first is definiteness. Ibig sabihin nun, kailangan particularly describe kung ano yung gusto mong i-subpoena. Pangalawa, it has to be relevant. Ibig sabihin, may kaugnayan o direktang kaugnayan dito sa isinasagawang paglilitis. Ngayon, dating naman sa due process, no, kailangan natin malaman, pwede ba yung mga bagay na sinasubpoena o hindi under our laws. And kung ibabaliwala na lang natin yung mga batas natin, kailangan lang natin mag-issue ng subpoena, then nawawala ng due process because the respondent has protections under the law. Again, hindi lang po yan sa respondent, it goes for each and every one of us Filipinos. No? Basic naman po yan at sinabi rin po sa Supreme Court decision na aking kinote kanina that the due process requirement applies, no, in every stage of the proceeding. Ibig sabihin nun, magmula sa pag-file ng impeachment complaint sa House hanggang dumating ng Committee on Justice, hanggang dumating dito sa paglilitis sa Senado, dapat nire-respeto and na-observe yung due process, no? Para naman sa kapakanan ng respondent.
Attorney, nagbawas na ang prosecution ng mga testigo or sa fourth article of impeachment. On your part sa depensa, may mangyayari bang pagbabawas dun sa pag-counter ninyo sa mga testigo nila?
Too early to say, sir. Kasi mahaba pa to. Sa dulo pa lang kami. Actually, di ba, mauuna muna ang prosecution. So right now, I don't want to give any definite statement because it's really, really too early to say. It's too early.
Sir, comment lang po doon sa possession ng prosecution na in the Corona case kasi piniyagan yung mga documents that predates his term as Chief Justice, and one of your key arguments in the case also on the aspect of predating po, yung position ni Vice President before siya ma-elect in 2022. Comment lang po on that.
I guess, again, I don't want to get into the merits. I'll just say what I stated. No, I'll refer you to my part of the oral arguments. The Corona impeachment trial was done way before the decision of the Supreme Court in Duterte versus HOR. And anong presumption dyan? That when the Supreme Court decided the decision penned by none other than Senior Associate Justice Marvic Leonin, they were cognizant and they were fully aware of what happened in the Corona trial. And that's why, there are guidelines that are enumerated under the Supreme Court decision. And again, I will refer you to that. You can go ahead and read the decision and you will see the guidelines there.
Future course keep on saying dito naman ay political, hindi ito masyadong technical and legal, kaya dapat manunog tayo sa alam mo hihilingin nila para makikita po yung side naman na gusto nilang ipabot sa taong bayan.
Ang kaluwagan ba, ibig sabihin po niyan, ay hindi babaliwala na natin lahat ng batas ng Pilipinas. Hindi naman po siguro tama yan.
Sir, additional comment lang. Ang reply ulit ng House kasi doon sa House of Representatives, Duterte versus House of Representatives case ay obiter dictum lang
I've
naman.
already said my piece on that. I've already said my piece on that, no? So I think you should refer to it because obviously we disagree that it is obiter. Definitely, in fact, dalawang beses pa nga ni-reiterate yung guidelines eh. Started from if you read the decision, the first 2 pages of the decision na may summation dun ng guidelines, and then dun sa last portion, inulit-ulit yung guidelines. So, I think that is something for the court to consider na, no? But obviously, as I said, I respect Congressman Diok. No? I have the utmost respect for him, to be honest. No? So, he has his position, I have my position, meaning the prosecution has their position, the defense has its position, so it's up to the court.
Sir, ito kang binabasa dun sa oral arguments.
Opo.
Na-inform ko ba? Ano ba yun? Kabisado ba sa...
I think it's personal preference. Nahihirapan po kasi ako pag nagbabasa ako because it's distracting for me. So, talaga naman pong kahit noon ganun po talaga ako. No? Hindi ako nagbabasa. At sa regular courts, hindi rin po talaga ako nagbabasa.
Attorney, what would be your preparations?
But sorry. I just have to kasi baka ma-misconstrue, no? It's really a personal preference. It doesn't mean that it's better na wala kang binabasa. No, I'm not saying I'm good kasi may binabasa. Wala akong binabasa or may binabasa ako. It's just personal preference. Each lawyer has his or her own style. As you can see, some lawyers kahit may binabasa, ang ganda naman ng delivery and very coherent. So, it's really irrelevant kung may binabasa o walang binabasa. It's just a matter of preference for each lawyer. Go ahead.
What would be your preparations for the defense sa next week in regards to mga bagay na basta naman?
Well, right now, as I said, we're just shifting gears because I think after Director Matibag, we will proceed with Article 1. So now, of course, we're focusing on Article 1. Although we're prepared for it, syempre, as the trial goes, parating naman may fine-tuning yan here and there. So that's what we'll be focusing on.
What are your hopes for the upcoming decision on Monday on the motion of the prosecution to subpoena the
Siyempre po, kung ano man yung naging posisyon natin, sana we were able to justify it. We were able to show that, the issue on relevance, we discussed the issue on relevance, we discussed the issues on the various laws that prohibit certain disclosures. But whatever happens, we'll take it as it is, and we always submit ourselves to the wisdom of the court. And then also, kung hindi man natin magustuhan, there are always going to be legal remedies available.
kabilang sa legal remedies? Supreme Court?
Well, sir, it's too early to say. Wala pang decision. I don't want a clickbait soundbite, So I'm not saying anything right now. Those are all on the table, but there's nothing has been discussed. It's too premature, and plus, all of these things will have to be discussed with our client.
Mas simple majority na kailangan para
I think so. Pag motions, no, I believe so.
So what you're saying, attorney, there are legal remedies kung hindi man
Again, sir, I've already mentioned, I don't want a clickbait. I'm sure everyone's asking for a soundbite, and I'm not going to give you that soundbite. Thank you. Thank you.